Right, now today what we're doing is I've been on the internet and my son's Vauxhall Corsa B on a V-reg, the rear axle bushes have gone on it, so I went on the internet, been on all the forums. It says you can't do it, you need a press, very hard job, etc, etc. I've got a bit of a history in engineering, and what I've done is I've managed to make my own tools very simply and very cheaply to actually replace them myself. As you can see, there's one there that's already been done. Axle's down, as you can see over the other side there. That's the one that needs doing, which we're going to show you how to do. Alright, now the tools that you're going to need, or the specialist bits that you're going to need, dead simple. Go down to B&Q, get yourself a piece of threaded bar and two nuts to fit onto it. One nut for that side, one nut for the other side. A steel plate or a washer. All you need is a washer that is as big as the end of the rubber bush. Right. The other thing that you're going to need to try and source from somewhere, you might be able to borrow one of these from a garage or anywhere. I mean, you can make it out of a piece of steel tubing or anything that will actually fit over the bush. Right. Anything that will fit over the end of the bush. So that will fit over the end of the bush, and that's what you're going to draw the bush into on the other side of the axle. Right. The big part of this is when you go to try and draw this into the actual opening on the axle. This is bigger than the opening on the axle, so it's virtually impossible to pull it in. As you pull it in, that just spreads and gets bigger and bigger and just turns over, and all you'll do is ruin the bush. And the actual piece of magic to this is this, and you can get one of these from your local motorbike shop, and that's that. All it is an exhaust clamp, a round exhaust clamp. Basically what happens is you fit this over the bush. Very difficult to do it with one hand, but what you do is that you fit, can't actually get it to do it, but you'll see it as we're actually doing the job. You can see that's quite a good fit there. It goes over, you fit that over the bush. Make sure that you put plenty of washing up liquid on it first, round the outside of it. I'm going to use silicone spray, but for cheapness, if that's all you can get, or obviously it's very easy to get hold of a bit of washing up liquid. Cover the bush in washing up liquid, put that over the top of it, and then what you're going to do is you're going to turn this to compress the bush. When you compress the bush itself will be smaller at this end than the hole that you're putting it into. Then what we're going to do is we're going to draw the bush into the hole, so the leading edge is into the hole, and then just carry on winding it through, and then fit the thing of the socket on the other side to allow the bush to be pulled into on the other side, so it'll fit into the middle of the axle, because your axle fits here between these two pieces, and obviously you've got to draw this through the other side of the axle. So the axle comes across it like that, and then the axle must finish there. For the axle to finish there, you've got to put this on this side, so you can draw this piece of rubber inside there, so that will slide across to where the middle of the axle is. Right, you'll see how it all pans out anyway as we do it. So them are the bits that you need. Obviously, to suit your bar and your nuts, you're going to need whatever size socket is. I always find a ratchet ring spanner works fantastic, because obviously you can just work it up pretty quick. Right, so in part 2 of this, hopefully we'll have the bushing in place, so we can show you exactly how you all down there. Right, well then, hopefully, as you can see, that's how it's set up. You've got your plate, you've got your nut, your washer, your plate, your socket, then your axle, then your bush with your exhaust clamp on it. Right, and then so you should be able to just tighten this up and draw it into here. Make sure that you've got plenty of washing up liquid or lube around here, around this section here. Right, back that off a little bit so as I can get some lube-a-doobie in it. Right, turn up, make sure you keep your face away. Right, hold on. Right, it's gone. Go on. Right. Right, you're right.
Yep, pretty tight on this side now. Spinning though, I need the 13 spanner.
What, the whole thing's spinning?
Yeah.
Hang on then.
It dropped down. That's it.
You just got to try and keep this central to the actual aperture, to the hole as it's going in. Well, as you can see, it's going in nice and sweet.
Right, we need
What?
to push it in, push this bottom bit in.
Can you see it from there?
Yep.
Right, as you can see now, we've got it 3/4 of the way in. So what I've done is I've took the clamp off here. It slides off over this way. Socket's still in place over there, like that. And then all we're going to do is draw it the final couple of inches now in, till it touches this ridge here. Once this piece of metal here gets level with this ridge, take the pressure off it, take it off and have a look on the other side to see if the other side is protruding the same. As you can see, there's a slot there where it is actually meant to line up with. So once you've got that to that slot, you've virtually job done then, and it's just a matter of putting the axle back up into here by jacking it up and then putting your bolts back in. And as they say where I come from, Bob's your grandma. Right, and there we go, a few minutes later. Just take the thing out of it. There you go, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Job's a good one. So that's how to do Vauxhall rear axle bushes on a budget.